And today's the day for this good old thing. At once pushed to the maximum. Awesome, just awesome. Smoothly on the tops. Bam, 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 bam. Oh! Hi everyone, it's me, Melnika Figure, founder and head of the Fish Leader Company. And today's the day for this good old thing. First time ever in Russia, here in Karelia, we present this bloody nice, the Ockelbo B21. What attracts you to this boat? Bloody everything does. The boat's weight without the engine is less than 1000 kilos. The option weight is only 1300 kilos with the engine, fuel and some amount of equipment installed on it. And one more important point, boat is 2.23 meters wide. It lets you easily trail it along fast and perfect highways, along narrow gone-to-the-dogs asphalt roads, along natural or sand ones, and even, as you saw, along the beach. Our Wrangler is equipped with a 2-liter engine, and we didn't have any problems. Sure, we had to use some lockers and the winch when we started, but it feels like the boat is light and it can be trailed by this kind of vehicle. In fact, any crossover can easily manage the challenge if you don't get head deep into the sand for sure. So it's the first day in Karelia and we'll be testing this boat within the next 3 days to find out its speed performance. We'll try to catch a Ladoga wave and explore the well-known Ladoga skerries. Well, let's go to know this yellow monster better now. Strong all-welded hull with a bottom made as well as the sides of 4mm marine-grade aluminum has got the smartly engineered stringer system. Dead rise in the bow is 38 degrees and in the aft 21 degrees. It actually refers to the fact that the boat will easily cut through the wave. So we'll test it and see. I'd like to draw your attention to the transom Ockelbo B21, because it won't be possible to watch it during the test drive. The transom is equipped with 2 zinc anodes for corrosion control, hexagon-shaped aluminum drain plug, automatic stabilizing system by Swedish Zipwake, and a ladder to get off or get on from land or water. At the boat transom, there is a maximum allowed engine. This is the Mercury V6 with 200 horsepower beast. Following the manufacturer's recommendations, we've installed inertia steel propeller with pitch 19. We didn't want to launch on the Thames side first, so that's why we thoroughly investigated the satellite maps and found this beach. And today we approached it without any preparations. It's already evening and we are going to launch the boat right here on the beach without the slipway directly into the water. Guys, today is the next day for our Ladoga archipelago exploration in the way of the famous Pohja area. We've covered about 50 or 60 kilometers exploring this archipelago and found one of the most awesome stops on this rocky island. Due to the boat's shallow draft, about 30 centimeters, we were able to move deep into the rock crack, staying on the safe side, and moor the boat using 4 ropes fixed at both banks. Such mooring knot will protect us 100% from the oncoming waves if the wind blows from the lakeside. In my opinion, this is one of the coolest stops I've ever moored. So, now we are in the Ockelbo B21 cockpit. Here, as you can see, a well-balanced silhouette where the cabin is moved aftward, that making the bow area actually pretty free. And the front cabin design is slightly sloped, and the windows have been designed with rectangular and slightly curved forms, perfectly integrated to the cabin. The boat is powered by the Mercury 200 V6, which is a maximum allowed engine to be equipped in this hull. And in my opinion, this engine is really perfect union of balanced fuel consumption and speed performance. Engine is very easy to service. For instance, through the hatch you get access to the oil filling and check the oil level with the original wire filler. A modern and streamlined silhouette of the boat, together with this type of engine, fits perfectly into the rocky landscape. On both sides of the transom area there are two welded swim platforms, quite suitable for inspecting and servicing the engine propellers. Swimming on a hot day, fishing out, or even washing up, the boat cockpit is extremely equipped for safe being in. There is literally no place without the things to hold onto. A handy railing is everywhere. Even the mooring cleat can serve you as support. The targa, a strengthening boat element, is welded in and is suitable for radar or additional equipment. There is the top light on the targa. On both sides of the cockpit there are spacious storages. They are covered with soft and comfy cushions. Cushions are fastened with buttons. The buttons have got handy pockets. The mesh beneath lets all the water drain into the cockpit. The sofa on the passenger side contains the boat's main electric equipment. There is a main switchboard, easy access to the engine battery, a charger from this battery, and a manual pump in case of the electric equipment failure. The cockpit has got enough space for 4 people to be housed in. Here you can install a table, which is optional. In order to install the table on its proper place, we take out the telescopic leg, then put it in the special socket, turn, and finally latch it. The height of the table can be adjusted by the telescopic system, fixing it where it's comfortable to us. The tabletop itself is very easy to install. We take it out from the regular place that is next to the passenger, put it to the top, and lock with the snap. Now the table is here and it doesn't interfere with opening the door. You can turn the table or lock it to make it stand firmly. The LED light illuminates the entire cockpit area when it gets dark. There are vent hoods on both sides of the roof. Now, the bow cockpit. The bow cockpit of this boat is simply spectacular. There is a view, and this particular view of the cabin is especially beautiful from this side. The windows slightly sloping down, they have a predatory aggressive look. While sitting here and enjoying all this beauty, you see through the cabin because of the panoramic windows, and everything is visible just fine. Also you can see very clearly what's happening in the cabin, and you can talk with the people who are there from here. Here you can also install a small compact table and place a warm company of friends. It will be so cool. Wide view and broad expanse, and I would say that the bow cockpit is the most awesome place on this boat, especially for a cozy dinner or just an open-air recreation. Also, a cool thing made on this boat is the entrance unit. The door is divided in 2 parts and it looks so reliable that seems it could serve for centuries. All fastenings are equipped with plastic washer sensor. Everything is tightened. Rubber seals, locks, torque screws, 1-to-1. Everything is thoroughly adjusted. And when you close the door, which is fixed magnetically, it's also pressed by the aluminum handle. Gas lift absorbers are thoroughly chosen. The door opens not so fast and with the reasonable strength to let itself lift. Also, there is no need to put some effort to close the door from the inside, holding this handle. Easy breezy, lemon easy. The door is fixed outside. When you turn it, you can feel how tightly it's pressed in. Here we have a lock. Back entrance has the same. The key for them is one. Along the perimeter of the roof there are rails. From the forward cockpit you can very well see the deck hatches, which are at the moment half open for a better cabin ventilation underway. The railing protection, halomarine LED lights, wipers, pantographs by the famous Rocca, and all hinges are equipped with torque stainless steel fastenings. In front of the cockpit there are two instrumental storages that I call the Kingdom of Warmth. One of the storages keeps the booster fuel tank and the other one takes in the heater itself. Though these storages are instrumental, they can serve as a step while you're getting on or getting off the boat. There are no cushions, you don't even have to think of your dirty shoes. The boat deck is fully self-drained. You can see scuppers where the water drains, even with some dirt, leaves or needles, when your carter clean the deck or use buckets for it. In the boat cockpit you can find two additional sofas. These sofas, so-called road ones, are used as storage for long things. Here you can store the spinning rods, foldable chairs and some mooring stuff. But basically we've installed them so that we can sit here at the table. A dry standard storage is welded in the bow, and anchor box, it has to be blocked in case of standard electric anchor winch being installed. The bow welded in mooring cleats and a securing eye to fix the boat by means of a steel wire or chain to the pier. At last we are here in the cabin of B21. The ceiling in the middle is 5 centimeters higher than my own height of 1.83 meters. There is enough space that lets you walk freely. When entering the door, I need to bend down, but it's not a problem because both doors require bending a little to move through. But in fact, it's quite safe. You quickly rush out. If you need to get in, you slightly bend down. The boat has got a compact width, but you don't feel squeezed in a cabin. It looks rather spacious. The results from its angle-wise design, you can see and feel it here. I can't reach it, even with my fingertips, but I can touch it lower. Cabin widens upward that make you feel the expanse, especially on a bright sunny day. The ceiling is decorated with a high-quality fabric with the orange stitching. It is divided into forward, middle and rear zones. The inlay around the windows is made in such a way that we don't see any open metal surfaces. The linen is quite soft with grey stitching, it looks pretty cool. Everything is combined with perfect precision. You can see Ockelbo's brand orange hints everywhere. They zoned windows area from the lower part. Stitched seats of the captain and passenger and cushions have also got orange elements. It's really awesome and looks classy. The boat isn't as boring as it would be without it, just great. The passenger panel has spacious lockable storage equipped with a gas leaf spring, handrail that allows you to hold on to in rough sea condition, the footrests, the Ockelbo's brand seat with an Öhlins shock absorber that dampers quite well when driving. There are panoramic hatches above captain's and passenger heads. The panoramic hatches can be used in two modes. The first one is fully open, and the second mode is for ventilation. When we move, we leave a gap for better ventilation and fresh air to come in. It's a classy mode. It also prevents condensation in the cabin or quickly eliminates it. In fact, this mode is possible for the boat night stop. In nice weather, you can sleep with the hatches open. The cabin is ventilated, and that's great. The captain's panel is convenient and ergonomic. We installed two simmered Go9 chart plotters with 9-inch displays, one on the right and and one on the left. They are both quite readable. If you sit in the center, I can operate one with my right hand and other with the left. The wheel doesn't hide the info. There is some space to install some additional equipment which can be used. Here you can control the engine from the electronic shifter. This electronic shifter allows to start and stop the engine. You only need to turn the key switch to on position. After that, you can start and stop from here. Priming is similar to other engines. All engine data is outputted to the chart plotter. It's possible to show this data on the right side or it can be on the left side. To the right, you can find the USB charger, the Webasto heater control panel, and boat zip wake stabilizing system information display. Here you can see the actual position of the interceptors, how far they slide out, the boat's list and trim angles at the present moment, and calibrate the interceptors exactly from this panel. This is a key switch, an immobilizer that is often included in the option for the 4-stroke engines. Fusion music control is installed here. The so-called black box is built in. So you can see it, you can connect with Bluetooth or by means of a wire. There is a USB connector. In that case, the phone charges and plays your favorite tracks. On the left side, there is a standard set of boat's control switches. The right and left windshield wipers are controlled separate. The electric bilge pump, which is fully automatic, but we can also switch on it manually. Lights. From here, we switch on the front LED spotlights, navigation and anchor lights, cabin lights and stern light. There is also the wireless charger for the phone, supplied by British Scanstrad company. It's very handy. Insert the phone, there goes charging, hold is very reliable. You can thumb through some messages or even engage a navigation chart if you will. You can say that the captain's place is without question brilliant. Tomorrow we will test it at full speed. We'll check both steering and control and I'll tell you how it was. Well, shall we see how to arrange a sleeping place on our Ockelbo B21 CAB? First, we've got to turn the captain's and passenger seats reversibly. Next we take from the side storages additional cushions, which we need for assembling the bed. Then we lift, stand for the sleeping berth, and lift the additional seats. Now we put down some cushions, converting this place into the bed. The final stage will be installation of the center board. See, it's easy to assemble. Simple and clear, quite a reliable structure. What have we got in size and in length? My height is 183. My feet touch the wall, and as you see, there are still a few centimeters behind my head. Up to 1.85 m, it will be comfortable here. As for the width, it's not very spacious here. For two people, it will fit perfectly, but still pretty tight. I mean, I take up half on the bed and another person can lie down on the other one. It is convenient also that we can put our phones and devices in these notches in the seats. You can take everything out of your pockets and put in here. It's at easy reach. It's convenient and cool for such a cabin size. I suppose it's pretty easy to have. A convertible berth is a great option. It's time for the most interesting things. How will our Ockelbo show itself in trials? All data is on the instrumental display. Apart from speed and RPM, you can see here all engine info, which can be easily adjusted. I mean they can be dimensioned depending on the engine display configuration. I've chosen an optimal option. On the left side I follow speed and on the right side tachometer. Fuel consumption is very conveniently displayed here. The fuel level is shown on the graphic chart. It's really cool. Trim level indicator at the lower part is quite clear. Everything is nicely and easily readable. If you level your eyes on the monitor, you can understand the status of the engine. It's suitable when you approach to some shallow water areas or drive into the trailer. You can always check here if the engine is okay. You don't have to turn back. It's very groovy. On the left I display the map where you can check, apart from the map itself, the instrument panel paging down, the fuel volume consumed for the whole leg of our route, current speed at the moment, depth and bearing information. Your right hand rests on the armrest with a soft pad. Under it there is a small compartment for the phone and other things. The armrest is made so that when you put your arm here, it falls on the control handle. It's convenient to operate and we move in the most comfortable mode. The back-type chairs are fitted with the high and low mounting gear. That is handy for steering in the narrows, driving up the trailer or in the marinas. You can sit high, having a good view. It's enough to turn your head to understand the engine status while reversing turn on. So, we start testing a slow speed. The throttle handle moves smoothly and it's really cool. You can adjust the ramp settings to avoid an unexpected full speed by accidentally touching the handle. We start with the slowest mode. Let's say if we use trolling mode, what will be the minimum speed of this boat? At slow speed it's 1.6 knots. That's acceptable for a trolling mode and optimal for entering the marina and maneuvering. Now I'm gonna jump start to check the boat's ability to reach planing. Let's go! Yoo-hoo! Blimey! Actual gliding! Acceleration is excellent. It's just... let's do it again. With the slowest mode. And... boosting up! In fact, there is almost no moment of entering the planing. But I think it really takes 2 or 3 seconds. We make for playing practically from the start. Now, I've got to stop. Ooh! Damn good! That's thrill! Just bust. The acceptable cruising speed is 20 knots, at which the fuel consumption is 15 liters per hour. At 30 knots, the consumption will be 30 liters per hour. It's a very good characteristic for the boat of this size, equipped with this Mercury V6. Well, if you want to push the throttle control into the floor, you can do it. Oppa! Again, just high feeling. It's cool. Guys, the sound is just awesome. I have tested a good deal of engines, but at the moment, this sound is the coolest. And response to the shifter, accompanied by such sound, creates a fabulous pool of emotions. Look at that. God damn it. We go to the maximum speed and slightly increase trim. The waves are about 30 centimeters. It's nothing. Our speed is 44 knots now. Maximum fuel consumption is 58 liters per hour. Apart from that, I'd like to point on the boat's noise isolation, which serves simply perfectly on small breaking waves. You can hear just some wave bumps which don't result in any discomfort. Let's try some sudden turns at minimal and maximum planing speeds. Let's get it done. At a speed of 20 knots, we turn the steering wheel and increase power, practically turning up on the spot. The boat has wonderful stability. Port side turn, the water surface can hardly be touched with the glass of the cabin. I guess the diameter is about 12 meters. That is quite proper for turning at such speed. Let's bank a sharp turn at a high speed, boosting up to 40 miles. A steep turn. Oh, damn! This is something! The twist on spot at 40 knots. It's knocked out. Oh, just awesome. That's the thing. This baby is incredibly tame. You add power. Wow! It moves with this cool sound. Opa! Step turn. Oh! Wow! Awesome. Just awesome. It's something. So crazy. So willing. I'd say little beast. It's so wild. Want to just... Wow! Boosting up. It's awesome. Super cool. Well, okay. Let's try a zigzag. Turn again. So it solved this task very easily. The stern is slightly swayed, but it is acceptable. We turn the wheel abruptly. The sways control 1.5 meters, then it levels out. Now I see that overturning is simply unreal. Simply unreal. The hydraulic system perfectly copes with its task, by the way. The wheel has a really good dexterity. I mean, any turn, even small, to several degrees gets a response from the engine. It's rather important, especially for driving in the narrows like cliff cracks where we made our review. It was helpful that the steering wheel does not have any flexidity. On the opposite, it's acute and it's very cool. I want to say something about the zip-wake interceptor system, which virtually contributes to fulfilling all these tricks very safely. The interceptors immediately compensate any deviations of the boat movement. They always try to straighten and stabilize regarding the skyline. Of course, we'd like to have the waves somewhat stronger, but no matter what, I suppose, we'll be able to catch the waves today about 70 to 80 centimeters and test the boat's behavior on them. Let's go! At once pushed to the maximum, we'll work from the opposite. If it's shaking hard, I'll slow down. The boat is simply flying on the wave stops, with no time to slam. Seems to me it's more comfortable to drive at maximum speed. The waves about 70 centimeters. Even the suspension doesn't work much at all. Smoothly on the tops, bam 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 bam, perfect. I say the feeling is quite comfortable, you can even relax. Super, it's just a bomb. No kidding, a sort of a wave cutter. Sure, if the waves 1.5 meters will not be able to go like this, but no matter what, it's a very good result, awesome one. We were heading into the waves, now we are going to turn on this speed and move down the wave. Smoothly bank a turn. Side waves incoming. Oppa! Perfect! There you go. The boat lifts from side to side, but everything is predictable and safe. Down the waves, I think no question at all. We are overtaking it. I would say moving into the waves is more comfortable. So, what can I add summarizing the results of several test days? The boat is quite suitable for outdoor activities. And the boat's best pros are, of course, its size, weight, portability. The weight allows to tow it even by not a medium-sized crossover. The beam allows driving with the boat along natural forest lanes. You've seen, we did it. The cabin with the bench-to-bed option and the onboard heater makes the boat multi-purpose. And combination of this hull with the Mercury V6 engine is ideal in my mind. We can get not only perfect characteristic and fuel economy, but the character and sound of a sport car. It's really cool. The bow and aft cockpits are quite spacious. There are some storages there. They are perfect for fishing and open-air picnics. The boat is perfectly equipped with lots of rails, which makes being on the water as safe as possible. It's also a big plus. A low-level cabin with the wonderful glassing decreases the windage of the hull. That allows you to easily moor in narrow marinas even in windy weather. Staying in the cabin of the boat, you feel like you are in a premium luxury car. High-quality cabin interior is made from modern materials that are easy to clean. Quickly removable table chairs with original suspension, a set soft cushions on storages makes you present on board extremely comfortable. Seeing how every component is designed and skillfully manufactured, you understand the boat is worth the money. Also, I want to mention the electric equipment because it's the most important thing in any boat. Without high-quality electric equipment on water, no guarantee for you traveling to go smoothly. Ockelbo's electric equipment is top quality by the famous European companies such as Hella, Rocca and Nadex. Therefore, the shipyard gives a long guarantee. I hope you've liked the review. It would be great if you shared your opinions with me about this boat and the review itself. It helps me carry out more interesting and informative ones. Your like will be the best word for the work done. I'm gonna spill the beans. We'll try to impress you with cool videos on the new models. I'm preparing a totally awesome surprise for my followers in the coming season. Don't miss out, subscribe to my channel. See you again, goodbye.